Welcome. Thanks for clicking this video. In this channel I'm going to cover interesting thematic Warframe synergy. From builds, weapons, arcanes, and even a topic that some people consider it taboo, a riven. So if you want to see this kind of content and some more exciting gameplay footage, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's free, and will help the channel grow in the long run. But before I start, I have to clarify something. By all means, I'm not an expert like many other wonderful Warframe content creator. I'm just a full-time salaryman, enjoying Warframe with friends after tiring day. So please, if you find the build that I cover, already mentioned by many other experts, treat it as a new point of view of the build. Now the ground rule established, let's take a look what is this loadout about. There's many form of survivability in Warframe. From our first video we show you how misdirection kept Wukong and his clone pretty much survive anything, as long as the resonator up. In the second video, we present you how stealth is still absurdly strong, since enemy AI cannot detect you and messing their targeting system, thus stopping their attack completely. In this video, I would like to present you another form of survivability. But survivability is not a quite correct word to describe this immortality. I named this loadout as the Otherworldly Divinity. And as the name implied, this is the loadout of the tankiest tank in my arsenal, since it literally almost cannot die when played correctly. I usually use this loadout when I dive into the unknown territory. When I need to be safe, to learn, or simply to experience of the new mechanic or content without any worry of the well-being of my Warframe. This is the Otherworldly Divinity, the loadout code for the Eidolon-infused Warframe, Revenant. Like always, let's take a look at his skills briefly. Revenant first skill is Enthrall. Revenant cast a mind control to an enemy, making them fight for Revenant, and spread the mind controlness to other enemy by attacking them. This skill will provide a mini army if you cast it to multiple enemies. Enthrall is also a damage debuff. Enthralled enemy will die easily from Revenant, especially when you hit them with Reeve, which we will talk about later. Revenant's second skill is his very reason he's here. Mesmer Skin is the name, and it's one of the strongest defense mechanism in Warframe. When Revenant use this skill, he will get Mesmer Skin stacks. Every stack of Mesmer Skin will negate one-time attack from an enemy and put them in stun state. What's scariest about this skill is, this skill scale with power strength, and in this loadout Revenant will have 31 stacks of Mesmer Skin every time he recast it. His third skill is Reeve. Revenant dash forward and drain enemy HP and shield he passed through. The drain is also scale with power strength, make it so deadly it can literally one-shot some enemy he passed through. His fourth and final skill is Dance Macabre. Revenant spinning place shooting laser. I had to replace the skill with Helmet skill Empower to increase power strength furthermore. Before we go to weapon section, let's see a couple unique interaction between Revenant's skills. First thing first, enemy stunned by Mesmer Skin can be enthralled for 0 energy. It means, each stack of Mesmer Skin could be counted as free enthrall cast. Secondly, enemies enthralled by your first skill, will take significantly more damage from Revenant's skill Reeve. Some time ago it literally can one-shot liches with this combination. Not stopping there, Reeving this enthralled enemies will give back your Mesmer Skin stacks. The cycle of Mesmer Skin, Enthrall and Reeve, is one of the best skill synergies in Warframe to this day. Lastly, when you're doing Dance Macabre, you can use Reeve at half energy. This last synergy isn't usable in this loadout since the skill is replaced by Helmet Subsume skill, Empower. After the skills and its synergy covered, let's move to modding section. Revenant build in this loadout spell only 2 words, power strength. Growing power in aura to increase power strength when applying status effect with weapons. Energy conversion to give us 50% power strength when we take any energy orbs. Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, Amar's Hatred, and Augur Secret, increasing power strengths furthermore. Dual umbral mods, intensify give 44% power strength, but combined with umbral vitality it will become 55% power strength. I also put dual drift mod, power drift to increase 15% power strength, and coaction drift to make growing power increase from 25% power strength, to 33% power strength. In Arcane I use Arcane Energize to supply my energy needs, and Arcane Fury, to amplify my melee damage, since my main damage will come from it. Now let's see what weapons in this loadout. There's not much about weapon that I can tell you about in this loadout, since some weapon already mentioned in my previous video. So I will just go briefly. In the primary weapon, I go with my beloved Phantasma again. Yes, I put Phantasma in this loadout since the auto mode loadout primary weapon, is now switched with more suitable weapon, Proboscis Cernos. In Phantasma I still use my previous build, 100% status chance with impact, viral, heat, and radiation. This weapon is also very good at destroying nullifier bubble, one of the two things that possibly can kill Revenant. The other one is the Ancient Disruptor Infested that can suck Warframe energy dry. Let's go to the modding. Primed Point Blank to increase its base damage. Vigilante Armaments to increase multi-shot. Triple 60-60 mod to make viral and heat combination. Galvanized mods, Savvy, Hell, and Acceleration benefit Phantasma perfectly. Galvanized Hell increase the already insane multi-shot of Phantasma. Galvanized Savvy increase the damage infected by status, which Phantasma based of. And Galvanized Acceleration, patch the only weakness of Phantasma, beam length. Using all three of them will enhance your Phantasma to the absurd level. Riven in Phantasma is good, but not mandatory. You can replace my Riven with Blaze and all is good. But in case you want a perfect Riven for Phantasma, look for elemental damage, multi-shot, and status chance with harmless negatives. After primary weapon, let's go to secondary. To be honest, the only reason I use sporelacer secondary kit gun in this loadout is because I can use Pax Bolt in it. Pax Bolt will increase 30% power strength when killing enemy with headshot kill, which is super easy with sporelacer, since sporelacer is an AoE explosive weapon. The modding itself is not changed much since the previous loadout. Galvanized Diffusion to increase multi-shot. Hornet Strike to increase its base damage. Creeping Bullseye to increase the critical chance. Hollow Point and Prime Target Cracker to increase critical damage. Primed Fulmination to increase the explosion radius. Deep Freeze to make viral damage by combining cold elemental damage with innate toxin of sporelacer. Last one is Riven, but you can change it to Lethal Torrent to increase multi-shot and fire rate. Sporelacer secondary has 1 dot of disposition, which is the lowest. You need a very good stat of Riven to be worth to compete with the normal mod. But if you want to look for one, look for critical chance, critical damage, and harmless negatives. After primary and secondary weapon explained, I would like to go to my favorite weapon in this weapon, melee weapon, the Pennant. Pennant is two-handed Nakana, which has unique ability to increase its attack speed by 50% after a heavy attack kills. And since two-handed Nakana has a force/proc in heavy attack, we will be spamming heavy attack in this loadout. Let's take a look at the modding section. Killing Blow and Amalgam Organ Shatter to increase wind-up speed of heavy attack to make it faster. Primed Pressure Point to increase its base damage. Sacrificial Steel to increase the critical chance. Primed Range to increase the width of the swing. Northwind and Primed Fever Strike to make a viral combination. Last slot is Riven, but without Riven you can replace it with Corrupt Charge to instantly give 2 combo points. But like always, if you somehow want to invest a Riven in this beautiful weapon, look for Riven with 150% plus critical chance, 20 plus initial combo, range, and harmless negatives. Now we cover both Warframe and weapons. Let's move into the gameplay. The gameplay of this loadout is pretty simple. Keep our energy regenerate with Zenuric's energizing dash. Cast Mesmer Skin, then cast Empower. This way our next Mesmer Skin will be empowered by 50% more power strength. Kill as many enemies as possible to make them drop energy orbs. In this case, I use heavy attack spam with my pennant. Keep killing enemy until we have 5 or lower stacks of Mesmer Skin. Then kill enemy with our sporelacer headshot to trigger Pax Bolt. Then recast Mesmer Skin again. Some important notes about this loadout are: when we see Nullifier, pop it off quickly with Phantasma. Nullifier bubble will negate our Mesmer Skin, killing us in the process. And lastly, don't forget to maintain our energy by prioritize killing the energy drainer, Ancient Disruptor. Keep in mind we need 116 energies to recast Mesmer Skin and Empower. And thus conclude Revenant based, the Otherworldly Divinity loadout. Before I ended this video, I can only give one more piece of advice regarding this loadout. Originally, I built this loadout for weapon testing. I need a good, strong, durable warframe that can survive along the test. I tried Rhino, Inaros, and many other tanky warframes, but they can't survive better than Revenant. Thus I optimized this Eidolon hybrid warframe to the point it almost cannot die. But using this loadout ceaselessly will dull your senses, since you pretty much just point and shot or slash enemies, without regarding positioning, dodge rolling, or any mobility movement. You definitely not getting better in this game by face tanking everything. But if you need to try out some weapon or doing new unknown content in the future, the Otherworldly Divinity Revenant will definitely be a good option. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Warframe videos. Class, dismissed.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way. Capsule. Delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. for life support. Life support capsule is now available. This will help our cause. Extraction is available if you need it. Extraction is ready. Life support activated.
Tenno use the keys, but they are mere trespassers. Only I, War, know the true power of the void.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
Now I will stop them. Now I am changed. Reborn through the energy of the Yanis key. Forever bound to the void. Let it be known, if the Tenno wants true salvation, they will lay down their arms and wait for the baptism of my Yanis key. I was cut in half, destroyed, but through its